Hi, and thank you for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. Firstly, I want to say a big thank you to all my returning subscribers and viewers. If you're a new subscriber or a new viewer, I'd appreciate you hit that like button and subscribe to see future content. So let's kick on with this week's review. Okay, so last week I put up on my Instagram a poll between two zombie movies, both of them fast-paced zombie movies, 28 Weeks Later and World War Z. It is safe to say that World War Z won out. So, this movie came out in 2013. It was directed by Mark Foster. It stars Brad Pitt, Mireille Enos, Danielle Curtez, James Badgedale, David Morse, and many more. It is loosely based on the novel by Max Brooks, which you can see here. And I do say loosely because this would have been a very hard book to make into a movie, but it is what it is, and I enjoyed both. So I'm going to put it out there right now. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen this movie or read the book, recommend you go do so to avoid any potential spoilers. So the plot involves a former UN investigator, played by Brad Pitt, Jerry Lane, and he's suddenly called back into action after a mysterious infection starts turning people into mindless, rampaging zombies. What I really liked about this film was Jerry Lane and his portrayal by Brad Pitt. He is a very smart man, and they do touch on that with his former role as a UN investigator. In some of the situations he'd been in, they don't delve too deeply into it, but you can see like he takes all his experience and puts it into action in here. Strapping a knife to the end of a rifle as a makeshift bayonet, taping magazines to his forearms to prevent zombie bites. There's one scene where he fears that he's been infected, so he's standing on the ledge of a building and counting to protect his family, because if he turns, he's going to fall forward and die again. All smart moves, really good, really well done. Character portrayal by Brad Pitt. The first and second acts of this movie are an intense thrill ride peppered with a sprinkling of family drama. Philadelphia, South Korea and Israel are all great set pieces with heart-pounding action. And I really enjoyed those pieces. But the dark, rainy night of South Korea is very atmospheric, especially when they're on the bikes trying to be quiet, pedaling towards a plane. But it is in stark contrast to Jerusalem and the swarming masses of zombies in bright daylight. Complete contrast to each other, but both well done. Now, the zombies themselves, for the most part, they are CGI. There is a lot of CGI involved, but the CGI is really good. I really do like the CGI in this film. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of it, but in this one, flawless. What I like about the zombies, though, is the first few glimpses in the initial outbreak in Philadelphia. You just catch glimpses of them here and there. And then in Jerusalem, the swarming of the zombies over the wall in Jerusalem was done really well. These zombies are fast, vicious, they're savage, they're animalistic, they lunge, they leap at people and just bite them. There is no concern for their own health or safety. They smash their heads to get through to people. And in the opening scene, like there's a scene where a zombie's just smashing its head on a car window to get through. Really well done zombies. Like I said, they're fast and they're vicious, and that really does come across. What I didn't like about the movie, and while the first two acts are well paced and really enjoyable, it's let down by the third act. Not overall, but it just feels poorly paced, and the ending of the movie, the ending just fizzles out. It seems like there was more there, but it just didn't. And I mean, there was talks of a sequel, which hasn't come about yet. I mean, 2013, 2021 now, not going to hold my breath for it, but I'd like to see where they would have went with it. The pacing of the third act, set at the World Health Organization lab in Cardiff in Wales, it does have some. It's a lab and it's very maze-like, so it does have some really good chase scenes. But the minute Jerry gets to the vault, it just kind of comes to a grounding halt. Like, it doesn't have that pace. Like, it just, oh, game over. He's won. That's it. That's the kind of feel I got for it. Now, the best kills. So they're not actually kills, but there's two zombie scenes which I really did enjoy out of this movie. So the initial zombie, you see a female zombie bite a passerby. He's a featured passerby, I guess you could call him. And Jerry's daughter has this stuffed animal which counts down to a train arriving in the station. And it's 12 seconds from the initial bite to this zombie like lurching forward and standing up, and just, yeah, really good scene. Really enjoyed that infection scene. And the second one was when they get to South Korea and they're being told the story of a doctor who went to examine a supposedly dead soldier. And you just see the sunlight hit his fingers and they start twitching, and then it cuts to his face and the eyes open, they roll. Just the eyes roll forward one at a time. It's just a really creepy looking image. But yeah, they're my favourite two scenes out of it. So overall for this movie, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It is a really well done movie. It's fast paced, a lot of action, a lot of heart pounding action, and it's a joy to ride this movie. Like, it's just fun. So yeah, there you have it. 8 out of 10. So thank you very much for joining me today. Once again, I will put my Instagram handle down in the comments below, so click on that, go there, vote on the next movie you want to see me review. I do put them up every start of every week, so depending on where you are in the world, Sunday or Monday, you will see it on there. Make sure you vote for it so that way you can see my next review. Once again, thank you very much. Hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.